welcome to Amherst, New York. Welcome back to the Boulevard Mall. I've done updates up here. It's only about a half an hour from my house, but I wanted to come back here because I didn't think we'd make it to another holiday season. You guys will see in a second, there's all of 3 tenants inside that are still open. Most of them left back in April, and we originally told the mall was closing, but to this day, it's still open. But anyway, let's go inside and let's check it out, guys. One of the last times.
Town's shopping mall. Most stores in the Boulevard Mall must close by this Sunday as Douglas Development prepares to reimagine the property in Amherst.
Yeah, with just about 48 hours left for this shopping center, 7 News senior reporter Eileen Buckley giving a voice to neighbors preparing to say goodbye to a former community staple.
It's just very disappointing.
I caught up with Sharon Chory in the Boulevard Mall parking lot just before the Williamsville woman headed in to do some final shopping.
How long have you been coming to this mall?
Oh my gosh,
Decades, right?
probably 40 years at least.
Remaining stores must shut down by this Sunday, but stores with exterior entrances, including JCPenney and Macy's, and some of the restaurants will remain open for now. But with so many shops already closed, it now looks like a ghost town.
Sad in a way. I find myself, I try to do things quick online so often that I haven't had as much of a need to come to the retail setting.
Dave Elmore, who's from North Tonawanda, tells me he has fond memories of coming to this mall when he was a teen.
We'd spend a lot of weekends coming up and walking around the mall.
What was your favorite part about coming here? Where did you go?
The food court. It was a blast.
And for someone like me, a baby boomer who started shopping at this store after it opened in the early 60s, I have some great memories. My mom bought me my first communion dress at the former Sattler store that was in this mall, and my aunt always brought me here to shop for clothes for my birthday. What are some of your best memories of being a mall shopper here at the Boulevard?
Oh, well, I had some friends that worked at Macy's, so I would visit them often, and I got to know some of the salespeople, during the course of the years that I shopped here.
Great memories in this mall. This mall was very, very busy, and especially neighborhood. Everybody loved this mall.
This shop owner has operated his retail stand inside the mall since 2010.
Where will you go?
No idea. I talked to leasing department. Can you give me more time? Because I'm working here 13 years. So leasing department said no.
I did reach out to developer Douglas Jamal, who bought the mall for redevelopment, but have yet to receive a response. He plans to bring the property into a new...
Hello, everybody, and happy holidays, and welcome, like I mentioned, to the Boulevard Mall. I've been here many times over the years on this channel. I think I filmed at least 2 or 3 videos here. But I wanted to come out here today, I came out here early this month, for you guys to take a look at this place for what is probably going to be its final holiday. Now, with this mall, who knows? I mean, they've been saying for 3 years this mall was going to close, and yet here we are. As you guys saw from that video, they said it was going to close in April. We're now in December, about to be January, and it's still here. I was just up there less than 2 weeks ago. But it really is sad being here, seeing the property. And like this, it's really depressing to know what this mall was in its glory days. And you guys will see throughout me talking here a couple of photos that I've seen online, and I'll give the people the credit. But this place was a booming shopping destination. It was, in my hometown of Buffalo, where I'm born and raised, and love it here. This was the first ever mall, and, I love McKinley Mall. That always will be the #1 in my heart as I live in Hamburg, but for people in the area, this is the #1 mall. It really was for a long time, and to see it in this state is really quite sad, Walking around now, I mean, even though it's cool that I can still come in here and get pictures and whatever, and the security guard is really nice. I've talked to him before. He's a really nice gentleman, but it just doesn't, this place needs to be put out of its misery. I don't want to say that, but this place is just so depressing, seeing what's left. Although the day I was here, it was strangely kind of busy. Now, half the people were probably just people walking, but still, it was some people in here, and it was made it a little bit harder to get just some shots of some things. You guys know I try to avoid people. There's the outdated directory that 90% of those stores are now gone, but you guys are looking straight ahead of that Macy's building, and you'll see photos of it in a second, and that building's been since the original. It was originally a Sattler's, as I mentioned, and, you know, it's history, and I go in there, and, you know, it looks sad in there, too. It's very barren. I don't know if it's going to stay open. They claim to me it is, but who knows? But, and just looking at all these tables and chairs and seeing that there was people at one point sitting there during this time of year, you know, years ago, is just depressing. And, you know, and it really is. But there's an old picture, by the way, that was what the Macy's and Center Court originally looked like. And that was the mall originally looked like. But, you know, it's, you know, even though the redevelopment, you know, is going to be good, it's still not going to feel the same being here. And I'll check it out and probably give you guys a video of what's left of here when it does happen. But, you know, it's sad. It really is. And, you know, there's only now soon to be 2 interior tenants. As I said, 3. But one of them, that loft you guys saw, is closing at the end of January. So it's only going to leave Men's Warehouse and the Chinese restaurant as the only 2 interior tenants, not counting out parcels or anchors that have their own entrances. So kind of sad. And just walking down this hall and just seeing empty store after empty store, just picturing this time of year, all the shoppers in there and, you know, buying stuff and looking at all the, you know, the trying stuff on. It really is quite sad. And the Retro Universe, you know, is sad too, because I actually knew one of the owners of that place, and I'm still friends with him, and he's a really cool guy. He runs a tea shop down the road. Shout out to him. But you know, I wanted to put this on video for you guys. You guys can get, you know, one last look this holiday season, you know, as the final holiday after 62 years. 62 holiday seasons. That is a good life for a mall. You know, you guys are seeing malls that barely even made it 20 years. And this place has made it 62 years. You know, it's about to turn 63 next year if it can make it. But, you know, I don't want to talk about it too much. You know, I want to just put in some music and just reminisce in this place. But I will say this, you know, if anybody's watching from the Buffalo area, feel free to share any memories you have of any holidays here at the Boulevard Mall. You know, it can be any moments. It can be good, bad. You know, it can even be weird. I really want to see everybody's, you know, fondest memories of the Boulevard Mall and what they remember most. And, you know, and I'll comment on here and I'll respond to you guys. By the way, I got that TGI Fridays is closed. It was one of the locations that closed about a month ago. It still marches open, you know, right there. It still shows now hiring, but it's gone. But anyway, I just had to mention that because people think it's open. But we'll see how this redevelopment holds. I'm not the most confident in the world because Eastern Hills Mall, which you guys know also closed in January, you know, they still have done nothing there. I was there this day when I was up here, and they've done nothing. That, you know, it's still mostly abandoned except for the things that have stayed open, like Penny's and the DMV and Duff's and, you know, whatever. But we'll see what the future holds. But no matter what, it's not going to feel the same as walking in here. And I mean, I have memories of this mall. Like you saw in the news clip, I mean, even though it's at McKinley Mall is my, I don't want to call it baby, but it's where I grew up. It's where I still go all the time. I was just there today, the day I'm recording this, and I love that place. I also work there now at JCPenney. But I do have memories here, you know. When we were little, we didn't like going to the Santa at our mom. My mom thought he wasn't a real enough Santa, so she would take us here every year. And I remember being here, and I remember seeing the mall booming. And when I started getting into this retail hobby in 2019, this mall still had a lot of big tenants: Banana Republic, American Eagle, Bath and Body Works, Claire's, you know, Things Remembered. I mean, it had, you know, K's. You know, I mean, it had many national retailers, Justice, as you guys see right there. So, you know, I have memories here, not as much as some other people in the areas who I'm sure have, as you heard, decades of memories, lifetimes of memories, literally. I mean, people that grew up with this mall, you know, they're now in their 60s and probably retired. So, it's sad, but I'm really glad we have these videos like mine to remember this place when it goes away. And we'll always have, you know, a fond memory of this and as many malls as, you know, we enjoy doing this hobby. You know, and I enjoy going to these malls like I did Lakeside earlier this year to really, so people can remember these. I mean, these are cultural icons. They're not just concrete and steel. Steal that line from that Bruce Springsteen song, as here's some more photos of stuff. But they really are memory places. I mean, people, you know, people get engaged, people have dates, people have, I mean, this was the life. Teenagers, as that guy mentioned, he grew up here, growing up. Now, by the time I became a teenager, it wasn't quite as big, but I remember going here as a, going here in mall, it was mostly McKinley Mall for me, but I came here a few times in Eastern Hills. Not so much Galleria, because my mom hated Galleria, but it really is the end of an era for Buffalo and for many people, and it's going to be sad to see this place go, like I mentioned, but I'm excited for the development, guys. That Dick's Sporting you're just staring at, that was a food court. One picture you guys saw in here, but that was the food court. But, as I said, I'm going to stop talking in a minute about music, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this look at the Boulevard Mall here in Amherst, New York. For its final holiday season, I'm going to mark it as that, but who knows? I mean, this mall has limped along. I kind of joked that for those of you guys that know the Chambersburg Mall, what that mall was like, where it was completely empty at the end and still open. That's what it's starting to remind me of. But anyway, if you guys do enjoy my content, make sure, hit like, comment, and subscribe. And even though I'll have one more video coming out on Christmas Eve, and I'll say it then too, I'm going to say it on here as well, because when you see this video, when it's 3 days till Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas, everybody, and have a good, safe day with your family and friends, and hope you all have a memorable Christmas, and have a good New Year. But as I said, you guys will see me, I have one more video coming out on Christmas Eve, which I cannot wait to show you guys that. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to spoil it, but anyway. But as I said, I'm going to sign off. If you guys, like I said, do enjoy, you guys know the drill, and I will see you guys for the next video. Live from Amherst, New York, Alex Weinsheimer is out, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye-bye, guys.